Buccaneers versus Eagles.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast.
Get out.
Just a short time ago,
I don't know, maybe.
Emerging from their tunnel to the
maybe I may have missed that stuff. I don't know. I didn't look in my pocket. My phone was on.
And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready
when I pulled it out of my pocket when I was at Facebook, it was all on Facebook. I was like, I don't know what I just closed the app.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. First down. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Brandon, when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach and talked about how they wanted to begin this game offensively, they talked about their script, didn't they? 10 to 15 plays, the first 10 to 15 they had on their script. Nowhere on the script was there throwing an interception, I have to believe.
Following the interception, Winston. And his first pass is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. A first carry now for the rookie from SC. It's Ronald Jones. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On 2nd down, it's Jones. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Damn.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Kendall Beckwith on the stop.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Hang in there now.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. At 5 yards on the play. The drive will continue. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wentz now on 1st down. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Jameis now on 1st down. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll pitch it out to Jones. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field, and it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Here's Jackson. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A first down throw for Winston. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants to get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, Winston. He'll rifle this one deep, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Deshaun Jackson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, it's Wendell Smallwood. And he'll weave his way up, all the way up, a few yards shy of midfield.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Shotgun now for Wentz. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get it back in form.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 48 yards. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Oh, he missed it. No good. So this remains a 4-point game. Elliott now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Stay in there.
Now the rookie from Alabama, it's Bo Scarborough. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Jackson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A very solid gain of 27. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give to Jones. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
I thought going into the 2018 draft, running back was a priority for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they got one of the best ones in the draft in Ronald Jones II out of USC. He's a guy who knows how to make people miss, but also not afraid to lower his shoulder and make his own way.
And that's what we saw there as he powered his way forward for the first. They'll run for it with Bo Scarborough. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of...
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Bo Scarborough with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And that moment we just saw always...
Damn, this damn kicks.
Rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
Smallwood on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll begin the drive with a jive. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing on first is Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
The Eagles on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant you the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10.
Ready. Black 22. Green, triple C. Hey, sub. Watch your stop, man.
Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is.
That wing is so
And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Black. Go. 180.
A final shot before half for Wentz. He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught inside the 15.
How the fuck he... Oh, my God.
In for the touchdown on the final
Look
play
at
of the
shit.
first half. The prayer is answered.
You're not going to win, bro. You're going to lose.
Elliott on for the extra point. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front.
Damn.
As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now a first carry for their fullback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. From the gun, Winston. This is caught by Jackson. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let him go.
First down, Winston. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Let's go. Let's convert. Let's convert. Let's convert. Twist, Helen.
The give is to Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Can't hike the ball.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throw right side caught by O.J. Howard. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get the penalty yardage back plus 5 more as they get it to 2nd and 5. Now Jameis on 2nd down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Keep bringing it. Stay in there.
They run. This is Scarborough. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 3rd down, that's Jones. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and pick it up with Scarborough. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal.
Let's go. It's time to play.
Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They try again with Scarborough. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. He's going to get it running right. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Bo Scarborough, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Smallwood on the return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. On play action, Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
Throwing now is Wentz. He's going to air one out. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Golden Tate, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are back within a score. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies.
Damn it.
Play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. First and 15. From the shotgun, it's Winston. The left side completion to Jones. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Jameis to throw it. Jackson's got it over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Jameis now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. This is Scarborough. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Let's go now. Sonic. Ready. Blue ready.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead. You give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
But you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. It's Scarborough again. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Bo Scarborough, his third touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Extra point up and through, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And out and out come the Eagles. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Flushed out right. And the ball is knocked out, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Finding room to the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Ronald Jones, his second touchdown on the season. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Buccaneers. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Smallwood on the return. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They're down big here late. I don't know. Just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They'll start out on the ground with a giant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Working from the gun, Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Winston here to throw. Right side caught by Jackson. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years.
Actually, no, it won't be. I will talk to
So
the
for
other
Tampa
commissioners and find
Bay,
out how they
it's a
want to
win
proceed.
here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week.
Hey, bro. I'm not going to give you a fair sim. If you're unavailable to play before advance, your opponent will receive the W. I understand you went out of town, however, that is not an excuse that flies with concluding the goal of getting your games played. Hopefully you took your PS4 with you out of town.